Coming up on Patriots This Week.
He's going to punt it away to Marcus Jones.
I had someone on my leg for a little minute, but then I got out. I'm pretty ruthless back there.
To the 10, to the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots. Kick electric.
You know, Marcus Jones, can't say enough about him. Shoot, he's like the best in the game at it. Golly, it's good. It's fun seeing that.
And it was fun seeing a dominating performance at Gillette. The Patriots doubling down on their double Ds. Drake to Diggs.
We got a lot of guys that can make a lot of explosive plays.
One quiz aced, but a bigger exam lies ahead in prime time.
It's gonna be a crazy atmosphere. I look forward to the challenge. I know the guys look forward to the challenge. It's gonna be good for us. Good test for us.
Now it's Patriots This Week.
Well, the Patriots celebrated their third home game of the season with a six-pack. 6 touchdowns to 6 different players for the Pats, and they prevailed on a rout of the Carolina Panthers. Their first win in Foxborough, now to 2-2 as they get ready to face the Buffalo Bills. And hi, everybody. Welcome to Patriots This Week. I'm Bob Socci with Brian Hoyer and Scott Zolak, my partner from 98.5 The Sports Hub. We've got the primetime call coming up Sunday night. And really, an entirely different way to look at this matchup coming up between the Bills and the Patriots based on the performance by New England on Sunday.
Really, really good performance. Now, I think a lot of people were sitting on edge the way the game started, as was I. I was a little upset to allow Bryce Young just pretty much throw at will, be comfortable. They let him sit in the pocket, see things the way he wanted to, get the ball to McMillan, hit the tight end on the touchdown. And I'm like, here we go all over again. When are we going to buckle down? And we buckled down after that. I thought the defense did a good job tightening up. And, man, Brian, we've been talking about it for a while now. The development of Drake Maye in another game. He was really good in Miami. If he could just stack a couple of these together, you know, and you look at the numbers, it's hard to refute what's going on in front of us.
The execution that he's playing at, to me, shows an ownership over the system. His completion percentage is where it's at because he knows the intent of the play when it comes in, and he's throwing it to the right person the majority of the time. It's not always about your accuracy. We talked after week 1, his feet were a little off. He's quieted his feet. Yes. He knows where to go with the ball. I love seeing him get Diggs involved, and the way they're using Diggs is so unique. And we were at the Hall of Fame induction for Parcells and Edelman, and they, you know, you brought up the slot. Well, Josh, he goes, look, the slot receiver we want a guy who plays in all the positions. That's what Julian did. Now you're seeing Diggs not only have those short intermediate routes, the option routes that Drake's hitting them on with decisiveness. He had a deep cross, the back shoulder on 4th down. What a throw.
That was my favorite throw
of the day. It was a favorite throw of the day because you know what it told me? I have complete faith and trust in this guy. I'm throwing a back shoulder to the field, showed off his arm strength, and, I mean, they just got to keep stacking them. And this will be a great litmus test coming up this week.
You were calling for it before the game, and you got it.
Yeah, it's just one of those ones where you push the ball a little bit down the field. Now, they protected the football, right? Yeah. We got to give them credit. The backs, give Mike Vrabel a lot of credit because the buzzards were circling last week. You're turning the football over, bench this guy, play that guy. And he said, you know what? The guy's honestly a good player for us. We gave him a game ball a week ago. He's one of the reasons, big reason, we won down in Miami. They give it to him to start the game. Then they get Henderson right back in there. And I thought the rookie maybe played his best game, if that makes sense. I know he had the holding call, but I thought he ran with purpose. I thought he protected other things well other than the holding call. And they're playing together as a team. You're starting to see the offense come together, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, Travion Henderson, the running back, with his first career touchdown in that rotation with Ramondre Stevenson. Antonio Gibson as well, good snaps from the running back position. But it was really a run back that sparked the Patriots on Sunday. Marcus Jones, 87-yard punt return. Then he nearly broke another for 61 yards.
Yeah, the unique thing is this wasn't a full-on punt return when it was called. So
they call it the gray team,
They were in midfield,
right?
so you had the gray team out there. When you say gray team, Mill Williams, who ultimately hit Woods on the return. And Coach Vrabel said, hey, to get a touchdown, you sacrifice the body. No big deal there. That's what old coach says. Marcus's ability to set it, pick it, and go. He has such explosive speed. I'd love to see him 5 plays on offense here and there.
This was a complete complimentary football game, right? And you go back to the Pittsburgh game, you take away 3 of those turnovers, you probably have a similar outcome as what you had this week against the Panthers.
Maybe if you just take 1 away. If you just turn it over 4 times against Pittsburgh, you may be in that game at the end.
100%. And I think what Vrabel talked about, if we can play like this, the defense plays well, the offense plays well, and the special teams plays well, that's what they're capable of. And I get it. People are going to say, oh, it's the Carolina Panthers. This is the NFL. If you come and you show up every Sunday with that intent, you're not going to win by 40-some points every week, but you're going going to be able to come out on top more than not. One of the things that stood out to me was the use of pony personnel. 2 backs in the game. We saw it multiple times with Henderson and Gibson and Mondre, a combination of the 3. And there must have been something Josh McDaniels saw that gave him the confidence to say, let's run some of this. We'll fake the jet sweep to Gibson and we'll give it to Mondre. We'll give the jet sweep to Henderson. So a lot of unique play calls. And I think what you're seeing, to your point, like the offense is really coming together. They're finding an identity. Now they got to go do it in a really meaningful game.
Yeah, they're really building off it. I thought they spread the ball around. Drake spread the ball around. Yep. You get Mac Hollins a touchdown. But Hunter Henry plays like this, he could be all pro. Like, I know there's other competitive guys out there, but at this stage of his career, to first of all want to come back here and be part of a rebuild, and that's kind of what he is.
Really.
And I give Hooper a lot of credit for coming back. Maybe he could have got some more money elsewhere. Likes his position here, accepts being a backup. He's got a really good rapport with Maye. And I think Dre's so comfortable throwing to those 2 guys. Another favorite throw I had was a quick bang inside the 10 to Hunter. He didn't score on it.
Yeah.
He should have scored, but I think maybe a year ago, Drake throws that high and late. It gets tipped. This time, or like last year, Bob, Drake threw it behind him and late, ended up rolling over, getting the interception.
Yeah, decisive.
Stuck it right on his chest and gave him the opportunity to score.
Hunter Henry right now is in the same company almost as Ben Coates and Rob Gronkowski. When you talk about all-time Patriot tight ends,
Over 200,
he's in there
yeah.
among the leaders in receptions, touchdown catches, receiving yards by Patriots tight end. And he's really sneaked his way into that category for the Patriots with consistent, reliable play. And the touchdown catch, too, for me. What'd you think of that decision by Drake on the move to feed it to Hunter for an easy score?
If Patrick Mahomes makes that play, it's blasted all over SportsCenter, NFL Network. I mean, that's the type of play we're talking about. I get it. He only threw the ball 5 yards, but to be going left full speed.
He and I, when they would never call that play with us. We're right-handed.
Yeah.
We would never roll left and throw back.
Right.
And
to me, I'm thinking the vision to have these 3 people converging on you, and the window's about this big to sling it in their sidearm, that tells me this guy has really good vision.
Pop Douglas blocked 2 guys on that. For a guy that I've been critical of, like in the receiving game, and justifiably so. Other things you can do to help your team win. He picked off 2 guys right on that sideline, which allowed Hunter about a yard space to get by him. And that was a phenomenal job by
So
Pop.
the continued growth of the #1 pick from 2024 and the return of the #1 pick from 2023, what did you think of Christian Gonzalez? Most encouraging sign from his performance?
It's perfect type of day to get him up and running. Now, was it perfect? Like his late, you could tell his feet aren't there. There's no way Christian Gonzalez, 8 games into it, allows Ted McMillan to sort of turn him on a route, catch a comeback. But that gets it. Now he's getting confidence. I can push. I can push off it. I can push off the leg. I can push off the hammy. This week in practice, up the tempo, and then unleash him in Buffalo.
When I look at Gonzalez, he reminds me a lot of Steph Gilmore. He's so solid. He's so fundamentally sound. He will go tackle. He's quiet in demeanor. I know he is quiet. I remember I met Gonzo the first time, and I was like, man, he might speak softer than Steph when you talk to him. But when they show up on the field, you're glad you have him on your team because he's going to continue to get stronger. He's going to get healthier. So honestly, a great way to get him out there in a game that you were able to just limit it. I think he played like 71% of the plays, and a lot of it was because the game was out of hand. Get his feet wet. Now, as Zoe said, more work this week, and they're going to need him against the Buffalo Bills.
What I did like is when they went stack and when they went trips bunch, he got up on the line of scrimmage and he was right there for the first jam guy. Then he's either going to pass or follow. So that's what you do when you got a #1 corner. That #1 corner does that. Tells me, okay, maybe he is getting closer to being full go.
All right, we'll continue with more Patriots This Week after we take a timeout. Right after this.
Patriots This Week is brought to you by Cross Insurance, official insurance broker of the New England Patriots. By DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the New England Patriots. And by Sports Illustrated Tickets, 50 million sports, concerts, and theater tickets. 0 fees. Fans deserve better. Visit sitickets.com today.
This week's Cross Insurance Player of the Week is Travion Henderson. The 5'10", 202-pounder scored the first touchdown of his pro career when he bullied his way across the goal line against the Panthers. Henderson knows the end zone. At Ohio State, he scored 48 times to rank 3rd all-time, and the Virginia native finished his college career without ever fumbling. Player of the Week is brought to you by Cross Insurance, the official insurance broker of the New England Patriots.
We're back inside the Bob's Discount Furniture Studio. We continue to reflect on the Patriots' win over the Carolina Panthers, the evolving game of Drake Maye, the quarterback, and really the evolution of the Patriots offense right now. And season number 1, once again, for Josh McDaniels as the offensive coordinator. Brown, what are you seeing in the way he's starting to layer things offensively?
Yeah, I think I see, obviously, the game plan aspect of his offense, like we've talked about a lot of times. Yeah, in the offseason, you're putting all the building blocks in, and then when you go week to week, it's like, okay, what does the Panthers defense do? How can we attack them? And I mentioned it earlier with the pony personnel. We saw the 2 backs in there, some fast motions. I know a few weeks ago, people were saying, oh, he doesn't motion enough. I went back to one of my call sheets and went through the plays. Out of 120 plays, there was motion or shifts or some type of movement on almost 90 of them. So Josh will use it to his advantage, and you're starting to see that. And I think you're seeing some adaptation, and I think a lot of it has to do with this is a staff that hasn't really worked with Josh before. They're bringing their ideas, and you can see he's been receptive to them. But there's still some staples in there, like the long cross to Diggs. We used to run that play all the time, and so he's got a good mix, and ultimately the legs of Drake Maye, getting him out in the run. Drake is so comfortable throwing on the run, so the boots and the zone reads and things like that, I mean, it's a great mix.
Yeah, because Mike Vrabel was very emphatic this week about the collaborative effort, a word we've heard a lot around here in recent years, but it certainly was a collaborative effort, not only with Ashton Grant and Thomas Brown, Josh McDaniels, of course, Doug Marrone and the staff that handles the offensive line. Very good performance by them.
With Josh, and I'm a big defender of Josh, obviously. The amount of input and study he does, like you come out week 1 against the Raiders, it's kind of a cold bird shoot. You don't know what they're doing.
Right.
Drake is sort of hesitant. You don't have any faith as to what he can do. I want him to know I can trust him, but I don't want to put him in a spot to make a mistake. Now you're getting 3-4 weeks of film on people. Right now, Josh is going to be able to start layering things, to your point of where do you see this offense going? And I just keep 3 backs fresh, keep rotating these guys, because there's not one guy just standing there waiting. I think, and I'm watching the sideline, everybody is with Josh, right toeing that white sideline, thinking, I got a chance to get in this game and do something, especially guys like Hooper.
Yep.
And hey,
the screening to Hooper got him going for that big drive.
And Keyshawn Boutte, don't fall asleep, man, because this could be your week where you get 8 catches.
Josh is going to empower the players, right? He doesn't want to control you like a Madden player. He wants to give you the answers to the test, give you the tools in your tool belt, and let you go out there and do it.
All right, great day for the kid from Charlotte, including a touchdown run and a Cam Newton tribute with his touchdown celebration. Back with more. We'll look at the Buffalo Bills right after this.
All right, it's time now for your Zoe Show. It's Buffalo week. Said, hey, Zoe's going to be looking at Josh Allen. No. Josh Allen, when he first started, wasn't very good. Like his rookie year, struggled. Brian Daboll got a hold of him. Then he became Josh Allen. Then all of a sudden they added to the offense. Drafted a guy by the name of James Cook out of Georgia, 26 years old, 2nd-round pick. You say, why is he so good, Zoe? He's a home run hitter. Let's look at the tape. This is easy right here. Now, freeze it. Where Buffalo makes a lot of their money. 2 tight end set here. Watch the motion come across. They're going to toss sweep this thing back door. So this goes to the weak side. There's your toss. There's your combo block by your 2 tight ends. You got Kincaid. He's a damn good tight end. They've added to what they had here. Freeze it right here. So doesn't look like a lot. Okay, what you got here? Sub defense, meaning you got nickel. So they love to do this, especially if you think, oh, Josh Allen's going to plant the foot and throw it. Watch how they give this to Cook here. Watch the explosiveness. He can catch the ball. Now watch him score. Okay, breaks 1 tackle, 2 tackles. Here comes tackle number 3. Freeze it. This guy's got him right here, right? Nope. Go ahead. Whoop. Give you a little Chris Berman right there. And he gets it where? Down to the 1-yard line. Guess what they're going to give it to him, right? Here's one more against the Jets. J-E-T Jets. Hate these uniforms. Go ahead and roll the tape. It's a little twins to the left side. That's easy give stretch side. This is simple stuff. Now, if we play defense the way we did the first 2 games, meaning arm tackling guys, Spillane couldn't get any tackles. Robert Spillane's coming on. I'm telling you, number 14's got to have the game of his life and find out where James Cook is. There's your Zoe Show.
Back in the Bob's Discount Furniture Studio, time to look ahead to an evening in Buffalo. Sunday night, primetime football. The Bills in their rivalry uniforms. Our last visit, so unless there's a playoff meeting, the Highmark Stadium. It
is Highmark, okay.
Home of the Buffalo Bills before they move into the new Highmark next door.
We've had a lot of fun up there. It's a great football environment. It's a great litmus test for this team. It really is. You're 2-2. If you told us when the schedule came out, would you take 2-2 in September? I said I'd raise my hand, absolutely. I think the head coach likes the spot. I think coming off a win like that and playing better, playing smarter, the whole nation shuts down. Everybody watches Sunday Night Football. You got a chance now. Now, that comes in both ways. You can either go out there and and have a dud and nobody respects you, or you go up there and be competitive with this team and even maybe pop them. Now all of a sudden you're going to have a little bit of a target on your back too. So it comes, both things come with it, but playing against Josh Allen in his own building, that's a lot of fun.
This is for the first time in a while that it's felt like it's a meaningful matchup, right? I think Drake Maye, his production, where he's at right now, a lot of comparisons to Josh Allen. Obviously, they're kind of the standard in the AFC right now. What can you do and go out there in their place, as Zoe said, the whole world's watching. Every NFL player, when they get home at that day or they're driving home, like, they're tuning in. If you fight this team tooth and nail and you don't even come away the victory, people are going to say...
It takes you a long way. It really does. And they're not the same team that they have been in past years. Like, they've really tried to beat New England. Like, that's all they built for. And these games used to mean so much to them, and they're not stupid. So Sean McDermott's looking at it saying, hey, Miami's down, Jets are down, New England's back on the rise. We got to play good in this game. We got to take care of them, because if we give them life, we got a hell of a fight all season long.
And they got a bit of a scare from New Orleans last week. Not the Bills' best performance before pulling away. Allen is Allen. James Cook, as you documented in the Zoe show, has become a really good player for them. 100 yards a game kind of guy, touchdown a game kind of guy. And they have the two tight ends. They've got receivers, too, that Allen spreads the ball around to. But really, the two tight ends, Knox and Kincaid, what kind of problems do they present for the Patriots, particularly if the Pats don't have Jalen Hawkins at full strength or even available at all this week?
Yeah, I mean, the Bills' offense is unique, and the whole Bills program, in a weird way, reminds me of the Patriots programs that I was a part of. It's not the star players, right? Yeah, they have the star quarterback, but it's a team mentality, and they have those two tight ends. So what they can do is they can dictate, okay, what personnel group are you going to put out there on defense? Are you going to be in regular, like, 3 linebackers, 4 DBs? Okay, we'll probably try to throw it. If you want to go into the nickel now, maybe we try to run it a little bit more. James Cook, I mean, what he's done for that offense and for what he's done for Josh Allen has taken a big load off of the shoulders, right? And so Joe Brady has put an emphasis on making sure they run the ball. So you got to defend the run, the pass, and then, oh, by the way, when you defend both of those, here's Allen extending the play and making these big plays. So I think if you're the Patriots defense, you got to try to limit the run and then don't let Allen outside the pocket. And ultimately, the one thing that I like in this game, there's probably not an offensive coordinator in the league that understands Sean McDermott and that Bills defense better than Josh McDaniels. I mean, the amount of times that he's gone against these guys, the understanding, he'll come up with a really good game plan, and it'll be up to Drake and the offense to go out and execute it.
They've had a tough time containing the run game, at least limiting opponents to fewer than 6 yards per carry. But how many times do you see that going into a game and you say it's going to be a run game and it doesn't work out that way?
Sure. No, I think the one thing that would really help the Patriots is go in and run the football, because you know what? It opens everything up.
Hey, one special teams note before we go with this Bills-Patriots preview. The Bills changed punters. It hasn't gone well. Cameron Johnston has been struggling. You got Marcus Jones back there for the Pats. Just saying. It's the Pats and the Bills Sunday night. Back with more right after this.
Patriots This Week is brought to you by Cross Insurance, official insurance broker of the New England Patriots. By DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the New England Patriots. And by Sports Illustrated Tickets, 50 million sports, concerts, and theater tickets. 0 fees. Fans deserve better. Visit SITickets.com today.
Get Michael Pittman into your lineup. The Colts wideout has become one of Daniel Jones' favorite targets. Expect Pittman to shine when the Raiders come to Indiana. But sit Geno Smith. The veteran QB has been intercepted more times than he has found the end zone. Keep Geno on the bench in the Hoosier State. But don't sleep on Quentin Johnston. Taken in the first round in 2023, the Chargers receiver has had 4 solid outings this season. Get him in the lineup when the Commanders come to LA. This week's fantasy picks are brought to you by Verizon.
Back on Patriots This Week. Time for predictions. The Patriots and the Bills. Big Week 5 matchup under the lights. So who wins?
I think it's going to be a hell of a game. I'm going to say Hunter Henry is the game changer. Not enough, though. 23-21. Buffalo beats New England. But we come out of there feeling sort of the way we did on a day back in Green Bay when we went on a Super Bowl run where We went toe-to-toe with Aaron Rodgers in Lambeau Field, lost, and we still felt great coming out of that game. That's the way we're going to feel.
All right, I guess I'm a homer. I'm going to go with the Patriots winning 24-21, and I'm going to stick with Drake Maye. I mean, he's been so tremendous. I think he continues to grow. I think Josh is going to have a great game plan. The biggest thing I see from Drake, he knows the why of the plays. He's going to go out and execute on Sunday night.
All right, locker room on Sunday when the Patriots beat the Panthers. Mike Vrabel told his team everybody's going to be watching. I'm kind of excited about that. So are we. Patriots and the Bills Sunday night. I'll be there with Zoe in Orchard Park. Brian, thanks as always, and thank you for joining us. So long, everyone.